Yeah, I'm like, no, that's not really right. That's not really correct, but okay, dude.
Yeah, the feds raid you and like,
Yeah.
so like they raided his house in like Romania, but it's like, hold the fuck up, wait a goddamn minute. You can't just say a man is a convicted sex trafficker, because that's one of the most, like, if he gets sued for that, for like defamation or libel and whatever it falls under, you'd have to be on Andrew Tate's side. It's like, hey,
Absolutely.
listen, if you haven't committed a crime and the other party is just slandering you on one of the largest podcasts in the world, saying that you're a fucking trafficker, yeah, it's fucking sue away. Like, shit, it's your God-given fucking right to go for it.
Yeah.
Like, comes across bad with like Sneeko, but obviously in like a podcast, when you got like three people shooting this shit, is different. When I make like a dedicated like actual video on something like Andrew Tate or whatever,
Yeah.
you gotta like look into something. This is the reason that like the Andrew Tate shit really wilded me out too. So just kind of like off
True.
the Andrew Tate stuff. So everyone on the internet, okay, has been saying this guy's a convicted human trafficker.
Yep.
You know?
Cringe.
Like,
Ethan
actual
Klein.
convicted-
Ethan has been actually tweeting out convicted sex trafficker. I think he actually tweeted out those exact words. I'm like, bro, get sued, you fucking loser.
You know the thing that drives me insane? It's like, so when I was doing the Andrew Tate thing, and it took me like 2 weeks to get this video done, because I was calling up everything, dude. I was like calling up the fucking department, like the State Department. I was like calling up the fucking, like,
Oh, wow.
I was trying to get everything out of the Romanian department, because I was trying to figure out, like, is there first off, is there an actual investigation that's still going on? Right, and there is an actual investigation still going on by the Romanian Directorate. So like everything is still being checked. I don't know the status of it. It's probably on its way out. Whatever it is, it's ongoing, is what they'll say. But like, convicted, there's one thing to have like the feds raid your house, right?
Yeah.
You know, like if you get swatted, guess what? You can say, if I got swatted, you can say, wow, congrats, Muda's a fucking, the RCMP raided his house because of swatting.
Somebody
right? Like,
did
that's
that to
fucking
me
true.
once, where I complained that people made false reports online about me having child porn. And I was like, wow, FBI showed up at my house, asked a question about child porn. Somebody publishes an article. It's that Ralph guy, actually. Ethan Ralph from the Ralph Report, the kill stream.
Oh, the guy that gets asses kicked in Portugal?
Kind of, yeah. So he makes, me and him are okay right now, so I'm not talking shit. But like, he wrote an article on me called Stephen Bonnell currently under investigation for child porn by the FBI. And I'm like, no, that's not really right. That's not really correct, but
you can't just say a man is a convicted sex trafficker, because that's one of the most, like, if he gets sued for that, for like defamation or libel and whatever it falls under, you'd have to be on Andrew Tate's side. It's like, hey, listen, if you haven't committed a crime and the other party is just slandering you on one of the largest podcasts in the world, saying that you're a fucking trafficker, yeah, it's fucking sue away. Like, shit, it's your God-given fucking right to go for it.
Yeah.
Like, even when it came time to like, because there was like, the thing about the internet is like they'll fucking assume something and just like immediately throw it as fact within like the hour.
And when it gets cited enough, people will remember it, and that becomes like part of this like internet thing.
That becomes the narrative.
Yeah, it's
like,
not. It's not even a narrative. People think it's a fact. People will say things like, "Remember that time that Destiny did that thing?" And I'm like, "You're not remembering the time I did anything. You're remembering the time somebody else said I did the thing, and they're remembering the time somebody else said I did the thing."
Twitch literally said no gambling on the platform unless we're making money off of it. Dude, come on.
This is what you wanted. I mean, you asked for something.
Dude.
Hey. He said ban crypto gamba, ban crypto casinos, and they did. They did. Why is he happy? Why is he celebrating? Why are you mad? Hey.
I never actually did the fucking thing though. That's never happened. It's like, really? I've heard it like 7 times. Yeah, from other people that don't even know what they're talking about. Oh god. Yeah. There are like girls that I've been involved with. People, there are still girls that I've been involved with. People are like, oh, that one girl that you were involved with in the past, she's a fucking minor, bro. You were fucking with her and she's 15. Bro, she's 1 year younger than me. You can look her birthday up. That's not true. She's not a fucking minor. What are you talking about? Oh my god, it is so annoying. Fuck.
And it gets worse because anytime I try to correct people, they're like, "Why are you defending
a
sex
pedophile?"
trafficker?
Yeah.
That's what dude, no. That's the thing that I hate it.
Bro, you can't win. You can't
You're
win
fucked,
because
dude.
No.
I said it once. I said cool, and they're like, "Why are you defending the sex trafficker?"
Well,
and then the same claims brought up every time I cover the topic, and they're like, "Stop defending this sex trafficker." I'm like, I don't want to keep repeating the fact that he's not a sex trafficker.
I'm like, guys,
it's not true.
And then by the end, you end up looking like an Andrew Tate stan, and it's like, bro, I disagree with like 95% of what this dude says. Stop making me have to defend him. Stop making me defend him.
My thing, I'm like, listen, if you just remove the heinous act, there's a lot of other shit to fucking crap down on the guy's throat. Trust me. You don't need to invent this narrative that doesn't exist. It's like, in their head, it's like, let's go and fucking call the guy a trafficker. Because here, you got to understand, all right? Like, for anybody watching, like, right here, none of us here agree with Andrew Tate, right? I assume. None of us agree with this fucking insanity, okay? And I'm sure I can also just say there's probably like one or two things that, like, if Andrew Tate tells you like to eat right and, you know, like fucking live a healthy lifestyle, well, congratulations, guys. Okay, fucking El Chapo could say that, and guess what? A broken clock is right twice a day. Okay, shit. Okay, those are basic things. But do you even need Andrew Tate to tell you that? Do you need Andrew Tate to be there to tell you?
But like the way that some of these people like are anti everything, somebody says like there's some dude right now in the corner of his room who weighs like 85 pounds, starving to death with anorexia, and people are like, why don't you eat? And he's like, because Andrew Tate said to eat food. I'm never doing it. Like, dude, come the fuck on. Like, you guys are actually losing your fucking minds. Like, chill the fuck out.
Well, the thing is like, it's all like these people are like complete absolutists on something, right? Like if you're like. This is the thing with politics. Either you're like, if you're in the left, you're like fucking hell in the extreme left. You know what I mean? If you're like in the right, you're like fucking proper fascist Nazi at this point, right? Like, fuck brown people. Like, don't come into my country. Like, that's how right you are. Like, I've always considered myself like left leaning, but I look at like the left stuff now, and I'm like,
you feel insane, dude. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, like I was looking at this Oakville thing today. Like, we had this teacher with like fucking big titties and like her nipples hanging out.
Oh God.
And there's like motherfuckers who are like, you know, maybe that's their right. I'm like, no, wait a minute. This isn't a school.
Because
guys.
and people are like, you're transphobic. It's like, bro, even if that was a cis woman, this would still be not okay. Yeah. Okay?
Like, exactly. If it was a cis woman, we'd be like, maybe get like a stronger bra. Like, maybe not have the nipples show. Like,
yeah.
But then you say that, and it's like, oh, guys, I guess you're a fucking... No, dude, no one's... Dude, it's like the Keffels thing. Like, so the whole Kiwi Farms was getting doxxed, right?
Hold on. This is a no-go zone for me right now. Okay.
No-go zone? Yeah. Well, I'm just one of those people where I'm like, so if you dox somebody, or like DOS somebody, like the act of DDoSing, as one of the people, like, in my camp of politics, like, as a left-leaning person, like, I'm one of those people where I'm like, I would never align myself with criminal actions because that devalues the message that I have to give, right?
For sure.
If I become as bad as the other side that I don't like, then guess what? Like, I don't have that ground to stand on. So I just was like, you know, DDoSing is not okay. Sure. Immediately that goes into transphobia. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Y'all are fucking insane.
You're right on principle, but not gonna lie, man, part of me wants to take a bunch of like out of context H3 clips and just fucking compile that shit and throw it out there.
Yeah.
And just be like, since you don't like context, well, fuck you then too. And I kind of just want, that's a part, I don't.
But like, I would never do this, but... Go ahead. Big part of me.
A big part of me does, because it's so frustrating having to argue with people who never give you any context, never like show you any grace, no charitability, but you always have to extend it to them. Like, there's a part of me that wants to get in the mud and muck it up, because bro, I know how to get dirty too, but I just, it's a struggle. And it almost feels also like a losing battle, because in our society today, like, doing things ethically is not really valued or cared for, other than by yourself and your own community. So it's just a bit frustrating in that regards when somebody can just get up there with a huge platform and be like, well, I didn't really watch his stuff, but this guy's a fucking idiot, and this take is stupid. It's just like, bro, I get too heated.
I do agree it's a losing battle. Like, it's hard to like be in the right. It's hard to be in the right in the moment, because, you know, you like, listen, it's so easy to fucking jump down into the mud and slinging shit like the rest, like the fucking actual people you're going up against. But at that point, it's like, then you have to ask yourself the fucking meta question. Like, am I happy with myself if I do that? You know?
Yeah.
Like, am I proud to compromise myself? That's the tough part.
So here's my question.
True. Also, wait,
you guys,
last word, go, because I have to fucking leave you.
Yeah. So I ask you guys can give me advice on this. If I were to do it as to prove a point, to be like, this is who you are out of context, and look at the blowback you're going to get, you might feel it's unfair. Do you now understand how everyone else felt? Is that a fair thing to do, or am I going too far? I stay up at night thinking that sometimes.
I feel like it's a fair thing to do, but you're going up against people that would never be charitable to even admit that. If you prove the point, that's the thing. Right. You know.
All right.
But thanks for letting us on, Destiny. I gotta head out too.
Yeah.
So,
if you guys are ever in chat, just fucking message me on Discord. You don't have to say shit in chat. I don't say that all the time. But if you message me, just